A corrections officer is accused of using bad judgment when she wrote a letter on behalf of 2 convicted murderers, then mailed that letter to a judge. Good evening, I'm Sarah Diamond.
I'm Josh Smith. The judge received the letter in the weeks before he decided whether to grant Barbara and Janelle Potter new trials in the so-called Facebook murders case out of Johnson County. Nate Morabito found out the Tennessee Department of Correction opened an internal investigation as a result.
This is the letter in question, dated December 23rd and signed by a person who claims to work at the Tennessee Prison for Women in Nashville. A corrections officer who said Barbara Potter and her daughter Janelle have spent the last year under her care. Despite this letter of support, the judge denied the Potters' request for new trials last week, but first made sure attorneys knew about the women's actions.
It's something that's just should not be done.
That's District Attorney Barry Staubus's reaction to this letter, a letter supposedly sent by a corrections officer in charge of supervising Barbara and Janelle Potter, 2 women serving life sentences for the murders of Bill Payne and Jean Hayworth, both shot in 2012 after prosecutors said a Facebook feud eventually led to their deaths. The 3-paragraph letter mailed to a judge repeatedly cast doubt on the Potters' ability to commit such a crime, calling the women honest people with good morals and character, adding the 2 could not take the lives of 2 human beings.
When a judge makes a decision, he makes that decision based on his experience, based on the evidence and the law. And it's pretty clear that individuals that are not part of the proceedings, they're not part of the evidence, to write letters to try to tell a judge or suggest the judge should act one way or another, it's just bad judgment.
When the DA found out about the letter, he sent the Tennessee Department of Correction a letter of his own, calling for an immediate investigation, saying the corrections officer's behavior is irresponsible and reprehensible. A TDOC spokesperson confirmed the situation is under investigation by the department's Office of Investigation and Compliance, adding any disciplinary action would come at the conclusion of the investigation.
My concern was that someone would write a letter with that content, with that purpose.
Staubus says he never thought the letter would influence the judge, proven by the fact that just weeks later, the judge upheld the murder convictions. Nate Morabito, News Channel 11, in your corner.
According to documents obtained by News Channel 11, the judge in this case responded to the woman's letter, reminding her he must remain, in his words, completely neutral, and asked her not to send him any more correspondence. Meanwhile, investigators said Marvin Potter is the one who pulled the trigger, killing the Johnson County couple in 2012 following a Facebook feud involving his daughter Janelle. Marvin Potter is also serving a life sentence in prison.